Good afternoon, Gabriel Garza with American Financial Network, and today I have Virginia Hernandez from Century 21 All-Stars, right?
All-Stars,
in
yes.
Pico Rivera. Our office one day, and you asked me about down payment assistance programs, and I think you were picking my brain to see how well I knew them, and obviously I think I impressed you. And
Expert.
And we sort of bonded and created a very good working relationship. And,
Definitely.
And I think the relationship that you and I have created and has worked so well in assisting these first-time home buyers. One of the challenges that I run into many times over is that not too many people like to do these sort of programs, and again, they're a little complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're a little complicated.
Definitely.
They do require a lot of patience.
On everybody's behalf.
They're nerve-wracking at times, but I think for some reason it's our calling or our mission. The true reason behind these programs, very early on, were designed to sort of help fill that gap between, as prices continue to go up and interest rates, as we know, are all over the place. They're up, they're down. Incomes usually don't keep up with the cost of housing. They do at some point eventually, but initially they don't. And so, again, the whole purpose behind these programs was to help sort of fill that gap between what they can afford and what the purchase price of the home, to sort of help keep that property affordable.
Yeah, I think some of the pluses, again, considering some of the amounts that we've been able to assist with, right? It allows them to qualify for
Right.
more, eliminates the mortgage insurance.
Correct.
So there's a lot of pluses what these programs have been able to do for some of these buyers. Called the HOP, the Home Ownership Purchase basically program through the County of Los Angeles.
Correct.
In one of our recent closings, it was Kevin and Jessica, and they got, I believe, $85,000. Yeah, and that, again, it allowed them to qualify for more. They were able to purchase in an area that they preferred, and they got their 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom that they were hoping for, with a big yard.
Right. Most of these programs, again, it's real basic. They do require that you're a first-time home buyer, and even that is defined by anyone that hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you have income limits, so depending on family size and their total annual household income, certain categories that they qualify for. The county, for example, has 2 brackets. They have the low income category, and then they have the moderate income category. But even then, a family of 4, for example, a lot of times people think, oh, low income, the income's got to be super low, and that eliminates it from the program. But a family of 4, for example, under the County of Los Angeles is around $110,000, and they must occupy the property as long as you're in the program. Right? So that's the main requirements.
And again, with the HOP being the county and the city program, there are cities that fall under that map. So you cannot just purchase, for example, in the county program, any city in the county. There's certain cities that fall under this particular program. And the MIPA, we had Maria. She purchased in Canoga Park.
Correct.
And she got $115,000 as a first-time home buyer, single young lady. That was exciting for her.
Mm-hmm.
And our recent Dream for All that we just closed on about maybe 2 weeks ago, they were able to get $112,000.
Wow.
Again, and then our Pomona, the reference that you made earlier with Guadalupe and Maria, and they were able to get $178,000. And it was because, again, these programs are just truly ideal for anyone who's maybe has the good credit, has the good job stability, but needs that assistance in just getting in as a homeowner. We have the program for you. Recent families that would not have been able to qualify for a home without these programs. So we're really proud. As a realtor, it does get a little tough because, we have to find that ideal property that falls within all this criteria, and also taking into consideration, the buyer's needs and wants. So I enjoy it. It is a little bit more, work, but it's so satisfying the day you give them the keys, especially to these families that would not be able to become homeowners without our guidance.
And again, keep in mind, I mean, you've got the county program, you've got the City of LA program, we have the Pomona program, but we also work with some nonprofits that sort of fill in those areas that at the moment do not have a program. There's a nonprofit that we work here locally in Montebello Housing Development Corp. And I've worked with this organization for a good 30 years or
now,
so.
We also have the programs for the county of Riverside and the county of San Bernardino.
Well, again, there's another nonprofit. Again, the county of Riverside has their own program. Out in the Inland Empire, there is another nonprofit that we work with, NPHS of the Inland Empire. And again, we worked with them in the past. Currently, I think they're lending up to $100,000 for a qualified buyer. Again, for down payment assistance or to help with closing costs. Some of these programs do require a minimum down payment. The county, for example, and the City of LA only require 1%. Pomona, I think, also requires 1%. Some of these nonprofits require at least 3%. But again, some of this money can be gifted as well. A certain amount has to be their own money, but if they want to put in additional, like one of your clients did, the money can be a gift as well. And the best thing for a customer is to look into their options.
Sit down with us. We don't charge for this consultation. Gabe comes in with his lending experience and expertise. I come in with the real estate, and we are able to guide them and really establish whether or not they're going to be a good candidate for these programs.
The first step is to come in with an open mind and learn. Ask as many questions as you have to, and really get prepared and educate yourself on the opportunities, because
our first step is sit down with us. If you are really truly interested in owning your own home, sit down with us. We don't charge for that service. We go through everything. We also do regular FHA, conventional, other programs. This has just been a big help for those first-time home buyers that just need that assistance.
And we're here to help. Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.